Yo guys, it's Arcade and today we are going to create Tropical House with whistles. So yeah, it's gonna be a chilled out track and the main theme will be a whistle melody. Also, this video is brought to you by Skillshare, more on that later. Now let's get started with the production. Of course, we're gonna start from scratch, so there's a lot to learn and a lot of tips and tricks to show. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start with the drums. And you already know, Kashmir's back. And we want something more subtle here. Take this soft kick. Oh, I like these natural hand claps, very chilled out. So I think I'm gonna add it in the playlist so we can see the waveform. So sometimes it's better to do it in the playlist because some of these claps are like pre-shifted a little bit. Like this one, you know, I'm not sure where it starts. So we're just gonna adjust it holding the Alt key and moving it about so it doesn't snap to the grid. And then we just check it out. So that's better than this, right? Yeah. Yeah, this sounds the best. Okay, so this is our clap here. Just gonna duplicate it. And we're gonna change the BPM to 126. Maybe even less, 120. Okay, we're gonna add a pre-shifted clap as well to support the second clap. And just put reverb on it, just like so, and lower the volume of it. Okay, too much reverb. Sounds good, sounds good. So I'm thinking hi-hats, but also like bongo or like some percussion. Yeah. Maybe like a roll somewhere in there. So again, we're gonna add this into the playlist and I'm gonna try to add this roll in there. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good. We can do some panning of the percussion. So they are playing in different speakers, you know, one in the left, one more on the right. Maybe we add a hi-hat as well. Actually, a tambourine. So I'm gonna go to my own sample pack. Maybe we can do even 115 here. Maybe even 110. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Right now we can do some mixing, and what I'm thinking is take the clap, this one, and just boost the high frequencies of it. I want a more like snappier. Oh yeah. Lower the volume, but keep the high frequencies up. Now we have some really cool drums ready to go. So now let's go with the bass. And I think I'm gonna use silent, and I'm gonna use one preset from my pack that is unreleased yet, but it's gonna happen soon. And this analog Kygo preset. And let's create the bass line. So we're gonna do a little bit different in the second repetition. So yeah, when it comes to making this melody, well, I just do it by ear, but as I always mention, you can go to view, scale highlighting, use your right click and select your scale like major and then your key, for example, E or whatever it is. And then you only use the highlighted notes. That way you stay in the correct key. And if you don't know like music theory or how to make melodies, you won't make as many mistakes because this will sort of guide you. But if you do this enough, you will sort of start to pick it up just by your ears. Another thing is I'm playing this bass in this key, but I'm thinking maybe it would sound better in a different key. So what we can do is hold shift and press arrow up or down to transpose the whole thing by one key. So I'm gonna do like 3. So now we transpose it 3 keys up. Okay, we can try a different one. Yeah, this one sounds good. I like this one the best, so that's what we're gonna keep it at. And we can do some more fills. So switching between octaves is one of the best ones you can do, you know, E4, E5. But let's do like this. And we can do it here as well. We can even put a note in there. Okay, that sounds pretty good. And we're gonna start making the piano. So the piano wants to follow the bass notes without the fills. So we're just gonna take the first note of each repetition. So I'm holding Control and Shift and dragging with my mouse to select the notes. And we copy those and put them in the new sound, which is the piano. And we can even do Control L to connect them. And of course, let's find a good piano sound. So I'm using Nexus here, and I'm thinking like maybe even this Caribbean piano. Okay, so now we have to create the chords, which brings me to our sponsor. So here is me from the past. Let's roll the message. If you want to learn more about music production or music theory, check out our sponsor today, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where you can, you guessed it, learn new skills of all kinds, but I think you are most interested in music. Just a guess. Anyways, in here you have tons of classes by professionals teaching you about music production. From learning how to sing better, which I should probably do, to getting more plays on Spotify, you have it all. If you want to learn more about music theory, you can just click on Music Theory, and you'll have classes related to music theory. If you want to learn more about FL Studio, you just type in FL Studio, and you'll have tons of full classes on FL Studio that will teach you everything in detail. But right now, I would recommend this class, Learn Piano as a Beatmaker by Riley Weller. So this is an excellent class for anyone who wants to learn how to play the piano, but not as a traditional piano player, but as a beatmaker or music producer, because there is a big difference. So if you are interested in this class or any other class on Skillshare, check out the link in the description below. The first 1,000 people who click the link in the description or use my code ARCADE will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So if you are interested, check it out, and now let's get back to the video. And we are back, so now hopefully you will learn more about music theory, so we can go ahead and make these chords and you will understand. Right. Anyways, to simplify, we're just gonna take this first note, then we're gonna put it octave higher as well, and create a simple chord. And this is it. 3 empty spaces and then a note, and then 2 empty spaces and a note. Or you move this one down. So 2 and 3. So this is how you create simple chords, minor and major. So let's go and finish up this chord progression. Okay, now we have the chords ready. And another thing you can do with pianos or any other sound is select any note from the chord, like this top one, and hold Control, arrow down to put it octave down. So then we have an inversed chord. I think that's what it's called. And what it means is still the same chord that you created, but the notes are in a different order. See, it's the same chord, but now we have this note lower, which is nice because sometimes the notes get too high and you want to sort of keep it all snuggled up in the same area. So that's when you move some notes up and down, so the sound has like better frequencies in it. So maybe these two as well. Let's see. And what about this one? So yeah, you can make some decisions here. Whatever you like better. I think this. But now I actually have to figure out the rhythm. So one thing I'm gonna do right away is put this on a new mixer track. Actually, let's call this mixer track Sidechain. And you already know what this means, sidechaining. Well, we're gonna do it with FL Studio plugin. Yeah, I love Philter. And I have some presets for sidechaining that I created. And what that means, now it will sort of be pumping up and down. And we can put the bass on it as well. So you want this so the kick pierces through the mix much more clearly, you know? Because otherwise, everything is too loud. But now, the kick has a bit more space to work with. Anyways, now we're gonna create the rhythm. So we're just gonna work with the notes. So the best way to go about this is play the song, imagine the rhythm in your head, you know, and then just put it in the piano roll. So now we have the piano. I think it's too harsh, so I'm gonna put it on a separate mixer track and route it to the mixer track number 8, which is the sidechain, which means it will be affected by this mixer track, number 8, but also we can put effects on it separately on a mixer track number 9. So that's what routing means. Now we go to EQ and, you know, lower some of the frequencies, especially the bass for sure. I'm just gonna delete it. But then you just sort of go and see what works and what doesn't. Okay, I think this works pretty well. So now let's check it out in the song. I can barely hear the bass, which is a problem. So I'm thinking we double up on the bass, and this will be one layer, but we're gonna have one more layer. So let's go to Nexus. We need something more sub-bassy. We're gonna put this on channel 10, and once again, route it to the sidechain track. And this is gonna be channel 11, actually, as well, routed to the sidechain. And we're gonna remove the low frequencies from this one. So what I did is have this one for upper layer, like the higher frequencies, but no low frequencies. And this one will be more sub-bassy. You know, I think we can slow this down even more to 105. And I think it's sounding a lot better now. Right now, I'm thinking some vocals. Like just like us. Maybe this. So let's take this and also sidechain it. But we need to pitch it down or up. Hold on. For up? I'm not sure. Okay, let's put it on a separate track again and route it to number 8, which is the sidechain. And we're gonna put like a lot of reverb on this and lower the dryness a lot. So it's sort of in the background. And maybe we're just gonna shorten it. Like create a little hit from it. And also we're gonna do crossfade bleeding. So the hit ends naturally like this, you know? So there's a, like it lowers the volume slowly. And then I'm gonna create another hit, just duplicate it. But now click on this icon and make unique. So this will be a separate file that we can change up once again. And probably this note. And one more like this. Okay, that works. Lower the tambourine as well. So half of the mixing is just adjusting the volume. Always keep that in mind. If something is too harsh, just lower the volume. Okay, now we need to add the whistle because obviously that's sort of the point of this track. So let's go to Nexus, and I know there is a cool whistle sound. Yeah, this one. So we're gonna create a melody here, but I'm thinking when there's the whistle, maybe the vocals go away. So let's also delete some of the percussions and maybe the tambourines. So we keep it simple in there. So again, I'm listening to the song, and whatever melody comes into my head, I start to draw it in the piano roll. If you don't have this skill, don't worry about it. The more you create music, the more this will come naturally. So yeah. Okay, I don't like the piano. I just realized. It's too harsh. Besides, the piano is like in every tropical house track, so we want something more original. Digital piano, so much more original. This sounds good. Okay, let's also duplicate the melody and layer it with another sound. I don't like the pluck in there. Okay, I want this. Okay, so we have these chords. It's better than the piano, but it's not amazing either. I'm missing a deep bass, so hold on a second. Yeah, this is like my favorite bass of all time, but I'm not sure if we're gonna make it work here. Okay, crazy idea, but what if instead of like having this rhythm, dun dun dun, we just have playing chords? Dun. Idea time. Okay, so we're just gonna test this out, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We can actually create a new arrangement, clone this one, arrangement 2. Now you can toggle between arrangement 1 and 2, and whatever changes we make in this arrangement don't happen in this arrangement, you know? That's the nice thing. So we can experiment, and then if we don't like it, we just come back to the original one. So I'm getting rid of the rhythm. And then Control L, connect them. And of course, we're gonna try a different sound. Let's try different sounds. You know, maybe we use this later, like a breakdown of some sorts. But now we can see the arrangement number 1 is here still. So we go back to this one, I think. We also keep something from the other one we created. Okay, this is not bad, you know. Let's try the no kick thing, a no clap. Okay, this can work. Maybe we change the digital piano again. I don't know. What is this? Okay, this is more interesting. I like it better, I think. It's unusual, so I think I'm gonna actually automate the cutoff. So you click this icon here, you move the cutoff, and then you right-click this icon and create automation clip. And we're gonna move it up. One thing we definitely need to add is some effects. That will sort of fill out some of the spaces. So white noise. Like breath, and we sidechain it as well. Actually, let's put it on a different track. So if you have a white noise or some effect and you sort of want to change the color of it, you just put EQ on it and you move it about. Let's do this, yeah. Let's also add white noise straight up. Okay, I think we want this on a separate channel as well. And I'm gonna boost the, well, let's put sound goodies on it. And we're gonna edit the last part of the melody. And then we will have the breakdown stuff happen. We need to make a fill. Yeah, and also let's add a crash. I'm thinking of creating a build-up. So we switch this. Like so. Yeah. When you create a build-up, the drop already makes way more sense. And one more thing we're gonna do in the build-up is introduce the melody, but just like one layer of it. And it's gonna slowly rise up in the build-up. And that will be the end of it. We have our song pretty much ready. Okay, one more thing I want to do is reversed sweeps. So we just make this one unique and you press reverse. And then you do that anywhere where you think it fits. Okay, now let's just color this. And of course, it's tropical house, so it's gonna be yellow and light blue. These are the colors. It's done. Let's have a listen to the finished result. And there you have it, guys, tropical house with whistles. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out Skillshare if you want to learn more about music production. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.